can see my head.
Was my face in the other one? Oh, it was. You have a taller torso than I do. There. Oh, it's already going.
Okay. Ready? Hi, I'm Vanessa. What brings you here today?
I was asked by my daughter to start seeing somebody for
Okay.
my. She says that she thinks I'm depressed.
Okay. Why does she think you're depressed?
She said it was because I've gotten more frustrated about little things lately, and I don't take care of my home, and I don't take care of my things the way I used to, myself, all that stuff. That's what she says.
Okay, you haven't been taking care of yourself, and is that what I hear?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Can you give me some examples?
Yeah, she came over last week, and she saw I had a lot of dishes in the sink, and I told her it was because work has been busy, but she feels like, in the past I wouldn't have let that happen. I would have cleaned up more.
No.
And she noticed I had a lot of laundry piled up, and that I was wearing clothes that I wore yesterday and things like that.
Okay. About how long has this been going on, the not taking care of yourself? And
probably for the last 2 months or so. But like I said, things have just been really chaotic. I just haven't had time to do any of that.
So what's happened within the 2 months?
Well, my wife and I got a divorce. It turned out she had been seeing my best friend behind my back for some time. She said that it was sort of my fault because I didn't pay any attention to her. I was working too much, and so we got divorced, and I moved out.
That must have been really hard for you. How do you feel about all that?
I mean, it's really annoying because my best friend and my wife were seeing each other behind my back, so that was really frustrating. But it is what it is. I can't change it.
Right. Okay. So you've been kind of letting things go, and then you had this recent divorce. Are you still living together, or how's that work? Or do you have kids, or?
Well, I moved out maybe a week after I found out. I moved out, found an apartment. We have 2 kids. My daughter, who's about 18, and then we have a son who's 13. And my daughter's the one that's worried. But they come by and visit me on the weekends.
Okay. Sounds like lots of changes have been going on pretty recently.
Yeah, there's been a whole lot of changes. But, I mean, it's nothing I can't handle. I'm just going to have to get over it and move on.
Okay. So you said your daughter, did you say she feels like you're depressed?
That's what she said.
Do you think you are?
No, I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm mad, and I'm, I guess kind of sad about some of the things that have happened, but I'm not depressed about it. Like, I don't want to kill myself or anything.
Right. Okay. So you said you don't have any suicidal thoughts?
No.
Okay. So you said that you said anger is an emotion that you've been experiencing.
I mean, yeah, who wouldn't?
Mm-hmm.
Not your best friend is like with your wife when you're at home, when you're at work.
Right. And so what have you been doing with the anger inside? Has it been coming out any kind of way, or what?
I mean, I guess sometimes I'm snappier than normal. I get frustrated with my kids or frustrated with my coworkers, and I say or do things that I may not normally do. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, I got really mad last week when my son wouldn't do any of his homework, and I threw a cup at the wall and it broke. But I told him I was sorry.
Mm-hmm. So do you think the anger ties back to the divorce and maybe being angry at the situation?
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but I mean, it doesn't alarm me all that much because it feels like this is just a normal process.
Right.
It feels like, of course I'm angry, so why do I need to worry about it? Why should I have to go bend myself backwards trying to fix it?
Right. Okay. So what are some goals you have with coming here to see me today?
Really just to make my daughter happy.
Okay.
Because this is what she wanted.
Right. So the divorce happened. What are your thoughts about the divorce?
And she says it was my fault, so I guess I could have done something to fix it, but again, I didn't even know there was a problem until after.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like I said, I guess it just is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So our thoughts affect our behavior. And so, whatever you're thinking and feeling about something, it all comes out together somehow. So, what do you think about using your phone to create like a thought log to like identify these thoughts that you're having, and then we can talk about it?
I mean, it could be helpful. I've noticed a few small things that people say or do that frustrate me more than they used to.
Right.
And so would I just write those things down?
Yeah, you can just put it in your phone if that's more accessible to you.
Mm-hmm.
Write down your thoughts when you get angry, and then we could talk about it. Because, like I said, your thoughts affect your behavior, and sometimes those might have consequences. And then we can work on changing those thoughts to like maybe sometimes more positive thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe just identifying what triggers you're experiencing.
So how does, I guess I never really knew that my thoughts do affect my behavior.
Mm-hmm.
How, if I write them down, like how can we work on that?
So once you identify these thoughts, we can work on possibly changing your thoughts. So sometimes when people have negative thoughts about themselves, like, oh, I'm fat, or I'm angry, or I'm not going to amount to anything, sometimes I'll have my clients just kind of first identifying those thoughts and then just kind of stopping those thoughts. And whether that's just saying out loud, stop, you know? And then once you stop these thoughts, then you can work on changing them into different positive thoughts. Like, okay, let me question these thoughts. Are these factual? Am I really fat, or am I just feeling bad about something else? Or am I really stupid? Is that a realistic thought? So maybe just questioning those thoughts, and then we can work on changing them.
So do you really think that would work for me?
It has helped other clients in the past, and even for myself, it's helped with because everyone has negative thoughts, and that's perfectly normal. So maybe just kind of working on identifying those and changing those into positive ones, stopping it and then changing it into positive ones. That might help, and we can try it. And if it doesn't work for you, then we can try something else that might work.
Okay. Yeah, I can try. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm not always that good at keeping up with these kinds of things. But I guess I can try.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Even just when you, like for right now, since you said you've been getting angry, so your homework is to identify these thoughts like we've talked about, and then just have you practiced deep breathing before?
No.
Okay, so when you get angry, you can just maybe could use it. Is it possible to go somewhere else or take a step outside to take a deep breath and do a few minutes of just deep breathing to help calm you down? That way you don't have to say something you regret or apologize for something.
I guess I could try that. At home I can go to my room for a minute and breathe. And at work there's like other, there's meeting and conference rooms that are usually empty that I could try.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so then I guess when I see you at the next visit, I'll look forward to hearing about some of the things you've been experiencing for the next week.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.